God says, it will happen tonight. Someone is going to perform black magic against your first tonight. Must watch, I command you. God says, the shadows are already crawling across the edge of your name. They whispered it into the night, lit the fire, and began their dark ritual. But what they don't know is that I am already watching them because you are mine, and you are protected. Something sinister is on its way tonight. Not just any ordinary danger, but a spiritual strike meant to unravel your peace, your progress, and your purpose. It is being orchestrated by someone you once trusted, and tonight they will try to call upon forces that don't belong in your life. God says, I allowed you to read this for a reason. You are not going mad. Those strange feelings in your chest, that sudden headache, and the way your heart keeps jumping. It's not random. It's the first wave of what was aimed at you spiritually. They are going to perform black magic on your name first. Your first photo. Your first worn cloth. The first thing you ever touched that carried your energy. They've kept it hidden, and tonight it will be used. There's a fire being lit in a room with a closed door. The chant has begun in a tongue you do not understand. But while they whisper curses, I am speaking favor over your name. They believe the darkness will win tonight, but what they don't know is that you've already been marked by light. Their candles may burn, but so does your spirit. The evil spell has a timeline, but so does your divine protection. You may feel sudden tiredness, strange silence around you, or even hear a whisper while no one's there. That's not paranoia. It's the warning bell of spiritual battle coming to your front door. The person involved carries something of yours. You left it unintentionally, and they used that as a portal. This is why things started feeling off just 3 days ago, and tonight it reaches its peak. Every time you've cried without knowing the reason, every random nightmare, every chill without cold, those were all signs. They tried a lesser spell before. It failed. So now they're going bigger. You're being watched by someone who pretends they care. Their words smile, but their heart plans disaster. They've aligned themselves with a force they don't fully understand, and tonight, they plan to unleash it. Type payment to get blessing 333. The floor of their room is already painted. Black salt, strange roots, and the ashes of something burnt in secret. Your name is being chanted under breath. The room where it will happen has a mirror facing the entrance. Your reflection has already appeared in it, spiritually. This isn't just a trick, this is an invasion of your aura. They want to steal your blessings. What's due for July 1st is bothering them. They saw your light increasing, and now they are desperate to stop it. God says, I warned you before, but now is the moment to fully open your spiritual ears. If you ignore this, they will not stop at just one night. Tonight is their first attempt, but it won't be their last if they succeed. The person behind it knows about your dreams. They've been eavesdropping spiritually, watching from a distance. What you spoke in silence, they heard through rituals. Your ancestors are restless right now. You might have been dreaming of people who've passed. They are not just memories. They are trying to send you signals. There will be 3 knocks on your spiritual gate tonight. The first will come when the clock strikes close to 1:11 a.m. You may not hear it physically, but your soul will know it has come. After that, you may feel as though something is standing beside you. You'll sense a breath, a shift in energy. Don't ignore it. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Place something white near your bedside tonight. Even a Sybil cloth will do. The energy must be pure to repel the forces they are sending your way. Do not eat anything handed to you suddenly today. They may have infused it. They may act kind, but their gift is a trap wrapped in sweetness. God says, you are not alone in this. My angels have already been dispatched. They are standing near your home, encircling your roof, and waiting to intercept what they try to send. Tonight, when they sit with their spellbook, they will chant 7 words. At the moment they speak the 4th, one of my angels will break their circle. Their energy will return to them. What they sent to you will slap back at them 7 times harder. They will know who you are by the punishment that comes not from you but from me. They've set up a fake altar. It has red candles, the feather, and something written in black ink. It carries a version of your name spelled wrong intentionally to bypass protection. But God says, their loophole won't work. Even now, someone may be texting you to check, and don't be fooled. They are trying to feel your energy, to see if the ritual is working. Silence is your weapon tonight. I'd amen to get blessing 555 tonight. Fast from all fear. They want you panicked. They want your spirit to open with doubt. But I need you to close the door with faith. Cover your head before you sleep. Whisper my name before closing your eyes. I will surround you with fire they cannot penetrate. You'll feel a gust of wind out of nowhere, or the sudden urge to wake up at 2:22 a.m. That's when the second knock happens. A spirit will try to call your name. Don't answer. They will try to appear in your dreams, wearing the face of someone familiar. But behind the smile is a shadow waiting to enter. You must not cry tonight. Your tears are powerful, they carry divine code. That's why they try to make you sad before they attack. If someone unexpectedly brings you a gift, refuse it for now. If you feel dizzy while holding something from someone, drop it. It could carry transfer energy. God says, the one orchestrating this lives close. You've walked past them. You may have even greeted them yesterday. They wear your favorite color. They've recently asked you personal questions. Be careful. They were not asking to understand, they were gathering. Type amen to get blessing 777. The third knock will come just before dawn around 4:44 a.m. That is the final attempt. If you are spiritually awake, just breathe and say, return to sender. What they don't know is your first is covered. Your name is sealed. Your lineage is guarded. Tonight, the fire they light will burn backwards. The cloth they use will rot in their hands. A curse will become confusion in their own home. But you must act. Don't panic, but prepare. The moment you feel heat for no reason, whisper strength. When your heart races, inhale divine peace. Do not open your door past midnight. Spiritually, it's symbolic. Once opened, their energy might seep in. Keep all windows shut before 10 p.m. Light a single white candle and let it burn out naturally. No ritual. Just peace. They hate peace because it is what they cannot control. Someone might call you before 8 p.m. That call isn't normal, it is an energetic probe. If you feel weak after the call, take a salt bath. There are whispers happening about you, but they don't know that God whispers louder. I've sent a warning through this message, And it's not just advice, it's a shield. Type Amen to get blessing 888. If your phone starts malfunctioning or the lights flicker without cause, don't dismiss it. Energy doesn't lie. The room may be trying to speak. If a specific song or voice keeps repeating in your mind, it may carry a warning. Your spirit hears what your ears don't. There is a woman involved who feels older. She has something personal of yours, a piece of cloth, hair, or even a signature. He handed it over. Tonight she will wear something red. But by morning, her hands will tremble. Because when you're protected, anything aimed at you returns tenfold. They thought you wouldn't notice. They laughed behind closed curtains. But their laughter will twist into fear when their spell rebounds. The object they are using will crack tonight. It's been hidden in a wooden box, surrounded by dark string. But tonight, that box will shake from within. God says, I've watched them light fires, burn papers, and chant. But tonight, I will answer them not with fire, but with silence that breaks all spells. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You will dream of flying or floating. It is not a dream. It is your spirit rising in protection. They cannot touch what I've already elevated. Someone in your family might call randomly. Listen closely. Their message might hold a confirmation. You are being backed by more than just the living. If you suddenly lose an item today, don't panic. That item took a hit spiritually. It blocked the attack. Let it go. You're going to be tired after tonight. You might feel heavy in the morning. That's the residue of the battle, but you'll rise stronger. You were not supposed to read this. The person attacking hoped you remain unaware. But divine interference brought you here. Your name will begin to echo in blessings. They tried to echo it in curses, but it will be spoken in promotions, proposals, and miracles. If you hear a loud sound in your sleep or wake up in the middle of a dream, that's the final signal. The spell failed. You are not weak. You are chosen. And tonight proves it. You just passed through the fire without burning. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 000. The dark thread they weaved around your first has snapped. Though they tried to tighten it, to my divine light pierced through. You may have felt a pressure near your shoulders, a strange heaviness, but now it's lifting. What they attempted was not small. It was a generational curse they tried to awaken again. They reached into the past to harm your future. They wanted your first memory corrupted. They aimed at your childhood photos, your baby name, your original signature. But God says those roots are now covered in holy fire. Tonight was meant to be the night you forgot who you were. They wanted confusion, silence, delay. But instead, your destiny just rang louder through every spiritual realm. They built a trap under the moonlight. Their feet stepped onto their own setup. They thought you'd cry by dawn, but they'll be the ones trembling in shadows. God says, they tried to sacrifice your joy, but I turned it into fuel. Their candles burned, but your light roared. The energy they directed at your home tonight bounced. It hovered but couldn't land. Because your home, your heart, and your head are now sealed by divine command. The person who made this move will now be revealed. They will become overly nice, overly helpful, overly curious. It's a sign, don't fall for it. Type Amen to get blessing 101. You'll notice people suddenly stop speaking when you walk in. Their eyes will shift. They know something has backfired. The mirror in their ritual cracked by accident. They don't know yet that it means exposure is coming. What they've done in secret is now known in heaven. Your aura just got updated. It glows with invisible protection. They can't trace it anymore. Your spiritual GPS have been routed. Tonight marked a new chapter. You will no longer be vulnerable to these old attacks. What haunted your sleep will now be haunted by divine guardianship. They aim to suppress your voice, but now your words will carry power. They aim to weaken your health, but now your body will start healing fast. If you suddenly feel the urge to cry, do it. It's a release. The final wave of their energy is leaving your system. That mark they made on paper, that folded cloth, that whispered phrase, it is now null. Spiritually it has turned to ash. Your first is untouched. Type Amen to get blessing 202. This was their final attempt. They had been trying for weeks. You didn't notice, but you resisted every time. When you felt low and drained, you still woke up and walked. That was your spirit refusing to be trapped. Tonight they realize that your name cannot be held in the mouth of darkness. When they speak it now, it tastes like smoke. Your home has gained a light shield. Walk through your rooms tomorrow, feel the change. Even your pets or plants will sense the shift. Someone may confess soon, not fully, but partly. They'll say something strange, like you've changed lately, or you're glowing differently. That's their fear talking. God says, from now on, your first is not just yours. It's a key I will use to unlock favor. The same door they tried to close will now open wider. Let them regret what they tried. You won't need revenge. My presence will make them uncomfortable, and they won't even know why. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Burn a single incense tomorrow morning. No ritual. Just peace. Let the smoke carry away every remnant they tried to send. Stay away from anyone who suddenly shows concern but never cared before. That's not love, it's a check-in from their side. Your skin might feel warmer. That's the divine frequency rising. The block they tried to place is melting. Their spell required your silence. But you spoke. You moved. You called out in spirit. That alone broke half their power. If you hear someone call your name in a dream but you can't see their face, wake up. That's not your guide. That's them trying to enter. A woman in red will appear in your dream, but she will not be real. Your energy will feel hollow. She carries fear disguised as beauty. God says, I have kept your true name hidden in heavenly records. What they thought was yours was only a version. The real you, they can never reach. Tonight is sealed. Your name hath been rewritten in light. No curse can overwrite what I've anointed. Type Amen to get blessing 404. You'll notice fewer interruptions in your sleep this week. Fewer headaches. More clarity. It's not random, it's recovery. What they summoned tonight has returned to sender. You may not see it, but you'll feel their panic. Their plan needed three things: your weakness, your confusion, and your silence. You gave them none. That's why they failed. Now, they will begin to fight among themselves. The dark circle they trusted will crumble from within. They did not realize that attacking you meant invoking my presence. And I do not arrive quietly. I strike in silence and leave signs in plain sight. Tomorrow, something unexpected will break an object, an appliance, a lock. Don't be afraid. That's the energy crash from what they sent failing. Your name will now be associated with rise, not ruin. With progress and not pain. With light, not lack. If you feel chills tonight, it's not fear. It's confirmation. Heaven just brushed against you. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Be still for a few minutes before you sleep. Breathe deep. Don't pray with panic, rest in power. You are not alone. The person behind this is jealous of your beginning. Your first win, your first love, your first recognition. They thought if they damaged that, everything else would collapse. But they forgot your beginning is not where your story ends. It's where I step in to continue what they tried to cut short. The ritual was timed at 11:30 p.m. But your destiny shifted at 11:11. That's why the energy missed. Don't ignore the signs tomorrow. You'll hear someone speak your name accidentally when talking to someone else. That slip is your sign. They planned your delay. They plotted your breakdown. But tonight, you just passed the test they prayed you'd fail. Your silence is holy. Your endurance is divine. Your very breath is a weapon against what they cast. Type Amen to get blessing 606. You are no longer in their grasp. What they tried to chain, God just unchained. What they tried to cover, He just exposed. Let the new version of you rise. Let your first become your fours. Let tonight be the last time they dare your name in darkness. The reason you were spared is not just protection. It's preparation. What's coming next is greater than you imagined. They tried to pause your life. But what happened is acceleration. July will arrive with speed and breakthrough. Their envy opened a spiritual portal, but yours is backed by divine keys. Every attempt will now be turned into your announcement. Sleep peacefully tonight. The air may shift, but you are safe. No shadow can enter where light now reigns. Type Amen to get blessing 707. God says, your first is now blessed permanently. No hand can reverse it. No word can erase it. The ritual is broken. The energy has returned. And you, yes, you are marked for something greater. Watch your name appear in a place of honor soon. What they tried to bury is being resurrected. Keep this message close. Read it when you feel fear. Share it when you feel strong. This is the moment. You survived what was meant to destroy you. Victory is yours. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 000. The clock has passed. The night has been sealed. And the one they targeted is still standing, glowing even brighter. Their circle is broken, and now every energy they tried to hide in shadows will begin to unravel under sunlight. They thought this night would be the end of your strength, but instead, it became the start of your divine fire. What was formed against your first is now bending into your favor. You will begin to feel lighter, not just in body, but in spirit. This is not an illusion, it's the release. The curse intended to drain you has lost its grip, and now your soul breathes freely. The night was not just another date. It was marked in darkness long before, but heaven had already circled it in gold. Your first will not be used for wickedness, it has been realigned for wonders. The strange dreams you had recently were warnings. The odd symbols, the people from your past, the unfamiliar places, they were all spiritual signs. They were trying to let you know something wicked had begun to stir. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Now you know, and now you're armed. They can no longer operate in secret, for light has touched every hidden ritual they attempted. Their plans dissolved like mist before morning. They underestimated your resilience. They misjudged your calling. They thought you'd break, but you've only become unshakable. Expect sudden silence from the ones involved. Their guilt will keep them away. They will avoid eye contact, shift topics, even pretend to forget what they tried to do. But you will know. Not with fear, not with hate, but with peace that surpasses all confusion. That's what disturbs them most, your peace. From this day on, your first name, your first breath, your first light is no longer vulnerable. It's fortified, multiplied, protected by angels on guard. God says, their whisper has been replaced with your roar. They called out your name in darkness, but I will now announce it in places of favor. The person who tried to bury your energy is about to become restless. Nothing they do will succeed. Every ritual they attempt will feel like a mirror cracking in their hands. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Their life will be disturbed, not by you but by the forces they invoke turning against them. The very energy they summoned is hungry, and it now has no direction. It circles back. Do not be surprised if they fall ill or speak of sleepless nights. Their dreams will be invaded now not by demons but by justice. What they use against you will not work again. You are no longer the person who was vulnerable before. You have passed a spiritual threshold. Your light is unbearable to them now. That's why they will either vanish or beg. You are glowing with something ancient, something divine, something untouchable. There may be a storm tomorrow. Not always physical but energetic. You will feel it in the wind, in the movement of the day, in how people act. That storm is the aftershock of what they tried and failed. You'll begin noticing patterns, numbers like 333, 444, 555 showing up around you. Those are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Heaven is realigning you after what almost happened. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Your reflection will look brighter. You'll catch yourself staring at your own eyes in mirrors. It's your spirit adjusting to its upgraded form. The fabric they used in their altar, the item with your energy, has burned unnaturally. They'll act like nothing happened, but deep down, they know they've angered a force they don't understand. Someone may confess. Not the full truth, but enough. Listen not to their words, but to their energy. You'll feel it trembling behind their calm face. God says, your first light, your birthright has been restored. No energy, no human, no spirit can tamper with what I've now locked in heaven's vault. Everything they tried to delay will now accelerate. That relationship, that project, that breakthrough, they are arriving early. You may feel extreme emotions for the next 2 days. That's your system recalibrating. Let the tears come. Let the laughter rise. This is your healing. They used old magic, but your energy is tied to new miracles. And no spell from the past can block what's coming next. Type Amen to get blessing 222. You will be more sensitive now, but not in weakness. You'll sense energy faster. You'll know who is real and who isn't in seconds. The one who watched your photos for spiritual attack will now avoid even looking at you. Your light stings their soul. They can't stand in your presence anymore. There will be someone who suddenly disappears from your life. Don't chase them. It's heaven's way of protecting you from someone whose hands were never clean. A strange itch, a sudden cold shiver, a whisper when no one's around, these are still the echoes of the failed ritual fading. Don't panic. Just stay calm and affirm, I am covered. When you were born, you cried not just for air but as a declaration. Your first cry was a signal that you carried divine strength. That cry is still echoing spiritually, and tonight, it pushed back every dark word said against you. They cannot undo what just happened. They cannot recover what just failed. And they cannot find another door to reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Your voice will now begin to carry deeper influence. Your words will have weight. Even silence will speak loudly from you. You will notice you're not as tired as before. Your appetite may shift. Your dreams will become clearer. That's what spiritual cleansing feels like. This was not just a battle, it was a spiritual assassination attempt. But God intercepted it mid-flight. What was aimed at your first struck nothing but air. The room where the ritual happened will become cursed for them. Shadows will linger. Peace will vanish. Because they tried to curse someone chosen. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them regret. For tonight marks your ascension. Your feet will begin to walk in new favor. Random people will be drawn to help you. Paths will open. Delays will dissolve. Type Amen to get blessing 414, and in the quiet of the next few nights, you'll feel an unexplainable peace. That's not just recovery, it's restoration. If you receive a call from an unknown number and feel unease, do not answer. Someone may be trying to check your energy again. Protect it. Place your hand on your chest before you sleep tonight and say, my name is covered. My energy is sealed. My first is rising. A sudden breeze in a closed room. A light flicker. A cold touch on your back. These are the last movements of the failed spell. They cannot enter, they are just passing through. The first time someone tried to spiritually harm you, you were unaware. But not anymore. You awake. And awakened warriors never go back to sleep. God says, you will now walk through seasons meant for royalty. The robes of spiritual rags have fallen. The crown awaits. And this, beloved one, is the beginning of the part of your story that cannot be stopped. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Sleep now. You survived the darkness. Morning will greet you with reward. God says, the battle is over. The victory is sealed. The energies that were once aimed at your first now bounce harmlessly back to the one who sent them. The ritual they started with shadows had been turned to dust under the light of divine intervention. You may feel an overwhelming sense of calm take over you. This is not just peace. This is a divine covering that will last. Your aura has been strengthened, and you will no longer be vulnerable to the attacks they planned for you. Tomorrow, you'll feel lighter in spirit. You may walk into rooms and feel like people are drawn to your light without explanation. What you didn't know was that your light was always meant to shine brighter than the darkness they tried to place around you. They will begin to see their lives crumble. The connection they had to the dark forces will start to break. It's not something they will understand at first, but in time, they will know that they have been defeated by divine power. The woman who cast the spell against your first will begin to speak with hesitation. The air around her will become heavy, and she will know why. The energy she invoked is returning to her just as it was sent. God says, the curses they tried to weave into your name will not hold. They can't touch you now. Even if they try again, they will be powerless. You are no longer a target. You are now a beacon. The moment they began to perform the ritual was the exact moment I began to cover you. They didn't realize that their actions would be the very catalyst for their downfall. You were never alone in this, child. I've been watching and guarding you every step of the way. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Tomorrow will bring a new light. You will notice new opportunities appear unexpectedly. Doors that were previously closed will open wide. They may try to sabotage your progress, but they cannot stop what is already ordained. The shift in energy that you will feel tomorrow is only the beginning. The transformation happening in your life will be exponential. Your health will improve, your finances will rise, and your relationships will strengthen. You may also notice a peculiar occurrence, the return of something you thought you lost. It could be an item, a memory, or even a long-lost connection. This is your confirmation that the past is being made right, and your future is aligning with purpose. Let your heart rest easy now, for the storm has passed. The winds they tried to send against you are now calmed, and your soul has regained its full power. You are walking in divine favor and protection. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Feel free to walk in your power now. No longer will you be second-guessing yourself. Every decision you make will be guided. You have just been elevated to a place of spiritual strength where the universe conspires to bless you. They might not know it yet, but their efforts have been in vain. The person who tried to bring harm into your life will be left standing with nothing but their own mistakes. Your illusion of control will slip away, and they will be faced with the truth that you are a child of light, protected by heaven. Your spiritual team is stronger than ever. You now have more divine support than ever before. Your ancestors, angels, and guardians have been strengthened in their assignment to protect you. Those around you will begin to see the change in you. You will radiate a calm confidence that cannot be ignored. And while they may try to understand what's different, they won't be able to see the divine shifts taking place within. Type Amen to get blessing 707. There's an upgrade happening within your DNA. Your spiritual connection is becoming clearer. The interference they tried to place has failed to block your divine purpose. In fact, it has only helped to accelerate it. You will start to feel the call to help others in new ways. You'll be prompted to guide someone who is struggling with the same attacks. God says, you are now in a position to help others because you have experienced and overcome what they are going through. Expect synchronicities to start happening more frequently. Numbers like 1111, 3333, and 5555 will follow you. A constant reminder that you are walking in alignment with your divine path. These are signs that you are not just protected, but favored. The shift you are experiencing is not temporary. This transformation is permanent. You are moving forward in a way that cannot be undone, and what you have overcome will be a testament to your strength and divine favor. Type Amen to get blessing 808. The people around you who were once unsure of your path will begin to respect you. They will see your strength, your resilience, and the divine favor that surrounds you. Your words will carry weight, and your actions will speak louder than ever before. Do not be surprised if you receive unexpected financial blessings. They will come at just the right moment to confirm that you are walking in divine timing. Your prosperity is being secured right now, and the curses they attempted to place on your finances will never take root. Rest in knowing that tonight was your spiritual breakthrough. You have crossed over into a new realm of divine protection and abundance. What was meant to harm you has now been used as a springboard for your rise. Every effort they made against you has turned into a stepping stone for your growth. You are stronger than before, wiser, and more in tune with your higher self. The spiritual path you are on will continue to unfold with ease and grace. And as you continue on your journey, know this: no one can stop what has already been set in motion. You are unstoppable. Your light cannot be dimmed, and your destiny is now protected by divine will. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you are completely covered. The battle has been won, and your victory is certain. In the morning, you will feel a shift. You will feel lighter, freer, and more aligned with the divine purpose that has always been meant for you. This message is not just a warning, it is a declaration of your power. You are protected, you are blessed, and your life is now aligned with divine favor. Walk boldly into the next chapter, for you are a warrior, chosen, and you will rise higher than you ever imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Your journey is just beginning, and with every step, you will continue to rise. The enemy may have tried, but God has already secured your future. Now, walk forward in faith, knowing that everything is aligned in your favor. The smoke they raised in secret rooms has now cleared. The ashes of their failed ritual float in the unseen realms, proving that not even their strongest attempts could touch you. They underestimated the protection on your life, and now they must sit in the silence of their own defeat. God says, you were never meant to be stopped. Every time they drew a symbol, every time they whispered over your name, they were only confirming how powerful you are. And now that the storm has passed, you will begin to see exactly what they tried to keep from you. You'll feel it in the way people start to treat you. Their tones will shift. Their energy will tremble. Some will keep their distance, not knowing why. Others will approach you with sudden interest. These are all signals of your elevation. Your original, your divine imprint has now been sealed in light. The cloth they used, the name they chanted, the spell they carved into old paper, none of it remains. What they thought was their secret weapon became your spiritual shield. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Their rituals failed not because they didn't try hard, but because you are covered by something far greater than their darkness. They worked through the night, hoping your energy would weaken. But instead, yours rose like a flame through every hour they cast shadows. This is why you may have felt heat in your palms, pressure behind your eyes, or heard sounds with no source. That was your divine energy awakening to protect itself. It wasn't weakness, it was the warning, the flare, the holy ignition. Expect dreams over the next few nights that give you messages, names, and locations. These are not mere dreams, they are spiritual documents. Echoed them. They are signs and confirmations from your higher realm. Their candle wax dried wrong. Their mirror cracked during the ritual. One of their own coughed violently mid-chant. All of it is proof. The divine disrupted their attempt. God says you do not need to retaliate. You only need to rise. Their punishment is already on its way, not by your hand, but by the forces they provoked. Top Amen to get blessing 1313. Your footsteps are now heavier in the spirit realm. You leave divine footprints wherever you go. That's why people turn when you enter a space. That's why children smile, why animals pause, why strangers stare with recognition they can't explain. This new level of power and clarity is not temporary. You've been recoded. Heaven has rewritten the script they tried to edit. Do not be alarmed if old friends disappear suddenly. Some were tied to the one who cast this spell. Their exit is part of your cleansing. Your home may feel different now. The air may be lighter, clearer. The stillness you feel is not emptiness, it is the silence after a war has ended. You may feel drawn to clean, rearrange, burn incense or sage. Do it. Your body and space know what needs to go. Trust those impulses, they are sacred instructions from within. God says, tonight has shifted your entire bloodline. What was once targeted is now chosen. You have activated protection for generations to come. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Do not be surprised if someone who has ignored you suddenly tries to reconnect. They feel your shift. They sense that you are no longer where they left you. A person who tried to curse you may fall into misfortune, sickness, confusion, loss. This is not your doing. This is universal law correcting what they tried to disturb. Your first carries divine imprint now. Whether it's your name, your voice, your signature, it cannot be stolen, duplicated, or misused anymore. They tried to perform a spiritual forgery. But what they didn't know is that heaven tracks authenticity. You are now registered as divinely original. You might get a strange message, dream, or call in the next 24 hours. Don't fear it. It's your confirmation. It's your sign that everything spoken here is real. From now on, no one can use anything of yours without divine permission. Even touching something of yours will leave them spiritually exposed. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Rest in peace tonight. But sleep with intention. Let your last thought before sleep be a declaration. No harm formed against me shall touch me. I am sealed. God says, there's a reason this message came to you at this exact hour. Because this was the night they chose to move. And this was the night I decided to answer louder. Every energy blockage they sent is breaking now. You may feel sudden movement in your body, your shoulders, your back, your head. This is release. Let it flow. Do not take lightly the symptoms you feel clearing away. A heaviness in your chest. It's gone. A confusion in your mind. Lifted. A fatigue. A diminishing. You're entering into a divine clarity. Your ideas will sharpen. Your creativity will burst forth. Your strength will shock even you. Let the one who tried to stop you witness what happens when divine timing hits a protected soul. Your rise will haunt them, but your light will heal the world. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. In the next 7 days, prepare for the unexpected. Things they tried to block will now arrive rapidly. Money, messages, contracts, peace, love. They once cursed your name in the dark, but now your name will be written in light. You may even hear or read your name spoken unexpectedly in public. That's your spiritual echo rising. What was meant to bury you has become the soil from which you bloom. Your first is not just protected, it's now multiplied in spiritual force. This message is not the end. It's the key. You'll feel its echoes over the next days. Listen to your dreams. Write them. Speak light over them. And watch how the universe responds. The moon they tried to use for power tonight has turned its gaze away from them. Their portal has closed. Yours has opened. You may feel like crying again, but this time it's not pain. It's release. It's the soul remembering it survived what was meant to finish it. Type Amen to get blessing 1717, and now, child of divine light, breathe deeply. Let this be your final night of fear. Let tomorrow be your first morning of unstoppable peace. The one who performed black magic against your first name will now dream of you glowing. That is the torment they earned, the constant reminder of the power they couldn't destroy. You are no longer bound. You are no longer targeted. You are no longer vulnerable. From this moment forward, everything in your life will shift. Every plan they made will unravel. Every scheme they created will boomerang. You are rising. You are healing. You are expanding. And they are shrinking in the presence of a soul divinely protected. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Rest easy. The battle was real, but so was the victory. Now go walk into your favor. The war is over. The light has won. Their fire has burned out. Their circle is broken. And now, the ashes of what they attempted linger as a warning in the spiritual realm. The name they whispered has returned to them with a vibration they cannot contain. God says, they used your first to invite darkness into your path. But instead of your life breaking, it was your destiny that awakened. You were not destroyed, you were transformed. You will now begin to feel the shift in ways you didn't expect. You may look into the mirror and notice something powerful staring back at you. That's not just your reflection, it's your real self fully alive. Your first breath, your first energy, the original code that was formed before the world knew your name, it's been fully restored. And no ritual can mimic it. No force can block it. And no one can replace it. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. What they attempted has already been exposed in the heavens. And now it will be exposed on earth. Things will begin to go wrong in their life. Confusion will rise. Their face will change. The truth will show. You won't have to do anything. Your silence is a spiritual sword. It's sharp, invisible, and dangerous to every dark plan formed against you. People may begin to talk. You may hear your name on their lips, questioning, wondering how you survived. Let them wonder. The answer is simple: you're covered. Signs from a stranger may speak a word that jolts your soul. A song may suddenly play that speaks directly to your spirit. These are divine confirmations. You have moved dimensions. Your plan was supposed to set you back 6 months. But now, you're ahead by 3. The acceleration will be so fast, You'll barely remember the weight of what you carried tonight. Type Amen to get blessing. 1919 They sat around candles, thinking they were powerful. But power without light becomes a prison. They are now locked in the very energy they tried to project. Do not be surprised if one of them becomes sick. The body often reacts when the spirit is burdened by consequences it cannot escape. That sickness is not physical, it is spiritual backlash. You may feel your hands tingling, your spine aligning, or a sudden warmth around your head. These are signs of spiritual upgrade. You are becoming who you were always meant to be without the interference they attempted. Your environment will now begin to reflect your elevation. Dust will feel heavier. Noise will feel louder. Clutter will irritate you. That's your higher self demanding order, because peace is now your permanent state. God says, they will now see you in dreams unreachable, glowing, rising above them. That is their eternal reminder that they touched what was holy and were denied. Type Amen to get blessing. 2020 The room they perform the ritual in will grow cold. The mirrors will become dim. Their own energy will become distorted. They won't understand why, but their spirit will remember. If you feel emerged to dance, sing, clean, write, or create, follow it. That's joy returning. That's your soul realigning with purpose now that the poison has been removed. You've now entered into divine authority. People who once dismissed you will start to approach you with humility. And some, out of fear, will avoid you completely. This is the impact of spiritual truth. The air around you has changed. Even your shadow feels stronger. That's because the war is over. You've returned to your full light. Those who partnered against you will begin to turn on each other. Blame will rise among them. Paranoia will grow. They'll no longer know who to trust. Their alliance was never built on truth, only on jealousy. Type Amen to get blessing. 2121 Someone will try to apologize without apologizing. They'll send a casual message, a forwarded meme, a like on an old post. That's not random, it's guilt. But you don't need to respond. The healing is not for them. It's for you. And your healing is already happening, deeper than they'll ever know. You were meant to see this message at the exact time they lit their first flame. And now you're reading the conclusion at the exact moment their energy has turned cold. You didn't just survive tonight, you claimed it. You now own this night. From now on, this date becomes sacred. This is your spiritual birthday, your rebirth under divine protection. Your candles melted with no power. Your chants echoed into nothing. The name they called returned home stronger. That name is you. Type Amen to get blessing. 2222 Now your spirit has expanded. You're no longer just walking through this world, you're commanding it. The earth responds to those who awaken, and you are now awake. Their attempts to harm your first have unlocked your final. What they cursed has now been crowned. Expect your health to improve rapidly. What once ache will be soothed. What was though will speed up. Your recovery isn't just physical, it's universal alignment. Old doors that never opened before will begin to unlock. Emails will come. Conversations will shift. Silence will become golden. If you feel pressure in your forehead, it's because your spiritual sight has been activated. You are seeing more than others now. Be still. Let it calibrate. God says, they chose the wrong one. and now every move they make will remind them of the moment they tried to curse a chosen vessel. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Let their shame be their silence. Let your grace be your answer. You don't need to argue. You've already won. This victory is permanent. It will reflect in your sleep, your speech, your steps. Your spiritual crown has been placed. When you wake tomorrow, the sun will feel warmer. Not because the weather changed, but because your world did. This battle they planned in shadows has brought you to your spotlight. From this night forward, no weapon formed, whispered, or written against you will ever hold. Let your name be known in light. Let your legacy begin here. You have arrived at the part of your life where miracles will be normal. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 000. The ritual is broken. Your path is clear. The darkness has fled. And now, chosen one, the night belongs to you. They are trembling now. Not because you struck them, but because your protection struck first. What they tried to summon is now surrounding them, turning their own home into the very battlefield they planned to drag you into. God says the time has come. Their names are now being erased from the place they tried to place yours in darkness. Their contract with evil has expired, and now the spiritual invoice is due. Last night was their final attempt, and it failed. They did everything, chanted, invoked, used your first, tied string around cursed paper, but the power didn't land. Your essence is now coded in divine encryption. You may feel a final jolt today, like a quick shiver, an emotional rush, or a loud ringing in your ear. That is the energy from last night leaving your space completely. Let it go. You are being completely sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. They underestimated the power of your spiritual DNA. They tried to attack what was original inside you, your first name, your first breath, your first purpose. But instead of it breaking, it lit up in fire they couldn't contain. Do not be surprised when someone confesses. Maybe not everything, but enough to confirm they were close to the ritual, or even directly involved. Don't act shocked. Just listen. Let heaven collect the rest. You will hear something soon that seems oddly personal from a stranger. They will say something about you they should not know. That is confirmation that even people aligned with the divine are being led to affirm your shift. Your intuition is now on fire. You will feel people's intentions before they speak. You'll know which path to take. No more confusion. The veil is gone. God says, there is now an invisible wall around you. What they try next, even in silence, will bounce. It will not even reach your spiritual skin. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Some may fall away from your life without conflict or conversation. Let them go. It is divine. They were connected to the shadow that tried to hold you back. Your voice may sound different to you now. Clear. Stronger. When you speak, you'll notice people pay attention. That's spiritual authority finally manifesting into the physical. An unexpected blessing will now drop within days. Money, a message, a call, or a letter. It will arrive from a direction you didn't anticipate. That's divine favor making up for every delay they caused. There's a woman who tried to send a monitoring spirit to watch you in sleep. But what she saw instead terrified her. You glowing. you floating above what she tried to bury you under. She will not try again. From today forward, everything your hand touches will be infused with clarity and blessing. The curse on your work, energy, and expression had been cut off. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Clean your room. Rearrange a corner. Remove the dust. Its space is preparing for a new frequency. Your home is shifting into a divine portal. They will soon begin to forget the version of you they targeted. Because what stands now is not who you were last week, or even last night. You are reborn in invisible fire. Let your words be few, but your light be loud. You don't need to tell them you've changed. They'll feel it before you speak. They may try to act casual around you, testing if the curse worked. Their smiles will seem too wide, their words overly sweet. Recognize the fear behind the mask. You are untouchable. If you get the sudden urge to dance, hum, sway, or lift your hands to the sky, do it. It's your spirit celebrating the victory that took place while you rested. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Someone will try to distract you emotionally soon. With drama, with confusion, with sudden attention. Don't fall for it. It's a trap, hoping to reopen what was just sealed. Your silence now speaks volumes in the spirit realm. Heaven hears it as surrender. Hell hears it as threat. Both now know who you are. You will now find yourself at the right place, right time, over and over. That's divine alignment, correcting all that was previously blocked. Here is someone secretly watching you with spiritual curiosity. They know you survived something powerful. They don't understand it yet, but they will want to know more about the power that guards you. God says, your first has now been turned into your fortress. Where it once felt vulnerable, it is now a sacred gateway through which favor flows. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You are now being written into spiritual memory. What you went through last night will be recorded by heaven as a turning point, not just for you, but for generations after you. You will notice people asking for your opinion more. That's not random, it's recognition. Spiritually, your vibration has moved into leadership. They may try again, but the door is closed. You are behind spiritual armor now. What they send will now reflect not just off of you, but directly onto their life, their house, their mind. If you suddenly remember strange dreams from last week, write them. That was your soul picking up early signs. You've been receiving information before you even knew what was forming. Let the strange aches in your body fade now. They are leaving. They were symptoms of spiritual pressure. And now, you are released. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You will feel like something big is coming. And that feeling is correct. It is not anxiety, it is your spirit dancing ahead of your body. It's welcoming the blessing already on its way. You are not only safe, you are chosen. You are in mid of protection. Your identity is now coded in realms even demons cannot access. No more late-night fear. No more invisible pressure. No more waking up tired for no reason. Those days are over. You have broken free. Let your voice rise if you need to. Let your silence settle when you don't. You are in control now, not the spell, not the shadows, not the whispers. God says, because you opened this message and stayed through it, your energy is now fully unlocked. Let them try again, they will only dig their own pit deeper. Type Amen to get blessing 3030, and now, beloved soul, walk tall, with light in your eyes and fire in your breath. The curse is broken. Your first is blessed. Your purpose is protected. The wind may still blow, but it cannot move you now. You are rooted in light, lifted